Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Growing with Arjun, sponsored by FlyUs Travels, co-sponsored by Indian Bistro. And today I am styled with excellent gully wear. And this T-shirt is from the movie Animal reference. It says, "Happiness is a decision, Gitanjali." And watching Growing with Arjun is a decision that you guys should take. And then thank you very much for supporting me throughout this journey of podcasting. And this one's a very, very important podcast because we talk about belly dancing as a craft, as a commercial aspect, and then so much to learn about Bipasa, my dear friend. And we're going to go straight up into the podcast. And thank you very much for watching. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? It's your boy Arjun, and welcome back to another episode of Growing with Arjun, sponsored by FlyUs Travels, co-sponsored by Indian Bistro. And today I am styled by Excellent Gully Wear. And this one's the Animal Movie Edition. You can find the link in the description after the podcast. And today I am very happy because I have my very dear friend Bipasa with me. How are you, Bipasa?
Hello, I'm doing well. How are you?
I am good as well. How I think it's your first podcasting experience.
Yes, that's right.
Are you ready for the podcast?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to see how it looks like when it's
Perfect.
done. And yeah,
Yep. This is gonna air probably I think mid April.
sounds good.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I would want to start by how are you today and how are you now? Like how is it feeling? How's everything at house? How's everything going?
Yeah, everything's great. So this is my husband, Jagat's birthday weekend.
Oh,
So it's
perfect.
his birthday on Monday.
That's great.
So we've been eating a lot, and we plan to continue eating a lot this
Okay.
weekend. And
great.
yeah, and so everything's great. Dembe is doing great. He's also being fed a lot because every time we eat, he looks at our faces, and then we feel bad, so we give something to him as well.
I
So
just
he
need to
needs
give this to you that I mean I'm a like pet person, but I am so scared for some reason because I haven't been grown up around pets, but
Yeah.
Sir Dembe is
Uh-huh.
one of the sweetest pets, sweetest dogs ever. And then it's just because how big of a size he is,
Yep.
like it can easily fool anybody.
Yeah, he's a gentle giant. He says hi.
Right.
So when he growls and people get scared, we just look around and say, "No, he's just saying
He's just saying
hi."
hi.
Yeah, and that's
course.
basically the intention. And then when he's calm, oh my goodness, you can't even tell that there's a dog at home.
I know.
Yeah.
We've been through that. That's
Yeah.
true. And how's the craft going? How's all the art section going? Like for now, as if now, like are you doing any more gigs?
Yeah.
Anything as anything cool? What's
Yeah.
going on today?
Yeah. So I belly dance,
Right.
and I've been belly dancing for the past almost 3 years now.
Right.
And I don't do gigs. I've never done gigs.
Right.
Um, but I do teach.
Mm-hmm.
I am now teaching more,
Right.
and that's been really exciting.
So how are people supposed to reach out to you, like in to get a class or to be in a?
Yeah, so I offer two different types of classes, I guess.
Okay.
One is the Raksharki, so belly dance. Raksharki, belly dance is also called Raksharki.
Okay.
So one type of class is where I just teach belly dance,
Mhm.
and that's something I offer by myself.
Right.
I rent a studio,
Mm-hmm.
and I post about the class information on my Instagram and on
Instagram,
my
okay.
website.
And what's the Instagram? It's Bipasa.
Bipasa belly dance.
Bipasa Bellydance.
Yeah,
Okay, sounds good.
that's the
Perfect.
Instagram, and so I posted there, and I also posted on my website, which is bipasabellydance.com.
Right.
So all of that class information is there, and there's no pre-registration needed.
Okay.
If you see it, and if that's something you'd like to do, you just show up to class,
Mm-hmm.
and
And is it something seasonal? Like, do you do seasonal classes or is it throughout the year?
it's so new that I
Okay.
don't know if it is seasonal
Okay.
or not.
Okay, got it.
This is so I started offering classes in October,
Right.
and I've offered classes every month since then.
Mm-hmm.
So this was October 2023, and I've offered classes every month since
Right.
then. I started the belly dance thing, where it's just Raksharki, is sort of new.
Mm-hmm.
But the first set of classes that I offered were Bolly Belly
Right.
classes, and this was with in affiliation with a studio called Bollyworks.
Bollyworks. Okay.
So when I'm teaching Bolly Belly, it's with them.
What is Bolly Belly? Because it
Yeah.
sounds pretty good.
It sounds good. So Bolly Belly is a fusion of Bollywood and belly
Bollywood.
dance. So
Okay.
I'm belly dancing to Bollywood music
Right.
and also incorporating a lot of the Bollywood style, a lot of the Bollywood hook steps. For
Right.
example, if a song has a hook step,
Right.
then I will do the hook step.
Hook step, yeah.
But it will also have many elements of belly dance built into the movement.
Right.
So that's
That's
just,
pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
Where does I don't want to say it wrong. You used the term for belly dancing. What was
Yeah.
it?
Raksharki.
Raksharki. Is it in English or does it come from a different language?
That's from Egypt.
Egypt, okay.
Yeah, in
Okay.
Egypt, belly dance is called Raksharki.
Raksharki.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Sounds good. And then I was doing a little research. I know you very well. Like we've done projects together. But I was going like I went to the bipasabellydance.com.
Yeah.
And then it said there were more forms of dance that you had learned.
Yeah, that's right.
And then can you tell us something about it?
Yeah, so I've danced all my life. And when I was in India and then when I moved here,
Right.
I've danced throughout my time.
Right.
And I started off doing just Bollywood.
Mhm.
Then I learned contemporary ballet.
Right.
Then I did some salsa.
Salsa, yeah.
And one of the things that's not on my website, but that's something I also did, and I think of it as dance. Many would think of it as circus arts, but
Okay.
I did aerial for a while, where
Okay.
you make beautiful shapes on the
Right.
fabric in the air.
You know what? I think it was my song. I told you to post a reel on it. It was I can't remember which song was it. And then you were wearing this beautiful white outfit and you had things in your hand. Is that what it is? Like where you were?
No, so that
No,
is
okay.
just fan veils.
Okay,
So
fan
the
veils, okay.
white dress and the fan veils, that's just fan veils.
Okay.
But
But this form is
this is
different.
aerial. So when you go to a circus and
Right.
you see these gymnasts, I guess you could
Yes.
say, or circus artists,
Circus artist.
climbing up in the air
Right.
on silk.
Mhm.
So they climb up, they do drops,
Right.
where like in Cirque du
Oh,
Soleil.
that's what you meant. Yeah.
That's
okay.
what I meant. So
Okay.
I used to do.
Are you saying you know that? Like you've learned it?
Yeah, I used to do that. I did that for about 3 years, and then I kind of injured myself. Then I stopped doing it.
Okay.
And it's one of those things where you build up strength to do it,
Right.
and then when you stop, everything just goes away.
Goes away. That's true.
So it would take like a lot of effort to get back into it, or at
Right.
least get back to the place where I left it off. So there's just a lot of inertia.
But,
Yeah.
what I want to talk about is you said that you started belly dancing
Yeah,
3 years ago.
that's right.
That's when you say 3 years in art form, it's very young.
It
when you
is.
say 3 years. But
Yeah.
then when we see what you do on social media, on events that we go together to,
Yeah.
and then it's just tremendously beautiful. How much time do you think you give to your craft during the day?
Yeah, so when I started off belly dancing, I used to take private lessons
Got it.
with a teacher based in India. Her name is Medhavi Mishra.
Medhavi Mishra.
Her Instagram handle is bellygoddess _
Oh, belly goddess. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's beautiful, talented young girl
Right.
who is based in Jabalpur, Madhya Pradesh. And 3 years ago, this was in the middle of the pandemic, and I really just needed something to do because I
Right.
was very bored at home. There was nothing to do.
Right.
Couldn't go out. Any
it was a lot of
in-person
lockdown. Yes.
event was not happening.
Right.
So I took that time to start learning belly dance online. I took private lessons with her. I used to take 1 hour every 2 days, like 2 consecutive days. So 2 hours per week used to be my private classes with her.
Right.
And then I would spend additional time practicing by myself.
Right.
So in a week, I would say when I started off, this was 3 years ago, in a week, I would spend at least 7 to 10 hours doing belly dance.
Lovely.
And I did that for about 6 months,
Right.
where I would do this, 7 to 10 hours. Then it got a little less,
Right.
where, because I started feeling more comfortable with it. And then I would mostly spend time like doing choreography, because
Right.
at that time I used to post a reel on Instagram every
Right.
week.
Every week. Yeah.
Every week. clockwork.
Yes.
Thursday, 8 p.m.
8 p.m. always.
There would be a reel up there.
Right.
And the reels were not batched. So it's not that I'm spending one day and doing 3 reels
Right.
and not doing anything for the rest of the 3 weeks.
Right.
They were not batched. Everything happened on a weekly basis by design, so that I got a chance to practice every week.
Right.
And so I started focusing more on choreography. And choreography, you can sort of think about it even
Right.
while you're not really dancing.
Right. No, that's true.
So then, then a little less, then a little less. So now I'm at a point where maybe I do my own practice. I think I do maybe 1 to 2 hours a week.
Right.
But then I also spend time setting
Classes.
up the class content,
Right.
because now I offer classes. So I spend more time now setting up class content, and my own practice is about 1 to 2 hours
Right.
a week. Yeah.
And then while we look at all the dance forms, all the amazing things, what made belly dancing stand out that you picked like straight up, like how I
Yeah.
can play guitar, I can play piano, I
Yeah.
can play dhol, but dhol is something that I do
Yeah.
like quite often and I love doing it. So
Yeah.
why it was belly dancing for you? Like was it something specific?
So I'll tell you why I started doing belly dancing.
Right.
So one thing that appealed to me was that as a dance form, it looked great on older women.
Right.
So I could see myself doing it for a long time.
Long time.
And secondly, I really like the aspect where belly dance is mostly an individual art form. So you go up there and
You do your
can
thing.
whatever you want.
Yes.
You can improv. You don't have to remember choreography. If you want to remember choreography, go ahead, remember it. But if you don't want to,
Right.
you just want to enjoy your time on stage,
Stage,
or
yes.
enjoy your time performing, that is an option.
Right.
So those are actually 2 very big reasons for me starting to do belly dance and
Right.
then sticking to it. Because even when I have choreographed
Right.
dance
Yes.
pieces,
Yes.
there are some sections that I leave unchoreographed
Right.
that I want to improv to, just to fully experience, just to
Right.
fully be present
Right.
while performing.
I don't know if you remember, you made me and Prashant do a choreography.
Yeah, that's right.
And then you gave us like 4 bars of
Yeah.
for choreography, and then the rest you were like, just go and have fun.
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
So-
that kind of makes sense. Yes.
Yeah. So, and that's not just for those 4 bars.
Right.
I kind of do that throughout my song, where
Right.
there are sections that are choreographed and there are sections that are not.
Right.
And for that, you can't really pull that off with like a group,
Right.
with a
Of
group
course.
of dancers.
Yes.
You have to like stick to choreography. You have to stick to positioning,
Right.
and that's great. It looks beautiful.
Yes.
It requires a lot of hard work,
Hard work.
and it looks great on stage. It's beautiful.
Right.
But for me, I was at a place in my life where I just needed to do something by
Yes.
myself
Right.
and just have fun with it and not worry about whether it needs to go on stage or not. Because when I started off, there was no,
Yeah.
I didn't have anything in mind about actually performing this for
Performing,
a big
yes.
audience
Right.
or performing it at all. It was just a thing that I did in my basement with Jagat recording me. So that I could
He
see.
looks like somebody who's gonna be like, okay, no, I'll do it.
Just so
Of
I could
course.
see how
Yes.
I looked
Yes.
after, like, we would shoot content for me. So I could go and see how I looked while dancing, if
Right.
I needed to improve anything. And it also went on Instagram, and,
Right.
people liked it. It was great.
That's
And
great.
so that's how it pretty much started off. So something that I would do to improve my own dancing.
Right.
And then it became a weekly thing.
Mhm.
And then my first performance
Right.
was with Prashant at
Prashant,
at the Jeho party,
Yes.
the New Year party in 2022.
2022. Okay.
Yeah, that was.
Was I a part of this? I'm not sure.
No, you were not there at that
okay.
time.
No, not at that time. Yeah.
So he did have Marathi
The
dhol-
drums.
The
Dhol Tasha.
yes, that's
yes.
right.
Dhol Tasha.
They were
yes.
there,
Yes.
and
Yes.
I did a little
Yes.
improv with them.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah,
And coming back to your lovely partner, amazing guy, Jagat.
yeah.
How does he deal with? I'm pretty sure he has like a full-time job,
He does.
and then you guys have a pet together. That's a full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
And then how does he take out time? And then how is he as a partner when you do something as beautiful and as amazing as dancing?
Okay, so um, it started off with him being involved more.
Right.
So every when I started off, every shoot that I did in my basement would take almost like an hour, because I would be like, no, we need to redo, no, we need to retake,
Right.
and then I'd be like, no, the lighting is not working out right.
Right.
It's like, no, something is not right. Can we do it again?
Right.
Or I messed up. Can you
Right.
please do it again?
Right. Patient.
So very patient.
Right.
Soon the patient wore off, and I also got a lot better.
Right. Okay.
Now when we shoot, it's a single take. It takes about
lovely.
15 minutes to shoot. I take another 15 minutes to post. In
Right.
30 minutes, the whole thing is done.
Right.
Yeah.
So how did you guys meet up? Was it arranged, or is it like you guys met online or something?
Yeah. So Jagat and I, at one point, both worked at Microsoft.
Okay.
And we worked at buildings that were kind of close by. So Microsoft is spread out. It's a
Right.
huge
Oh, it's big. Yeah.
big and takes up like blocks of Redmond. But for a while, Jagat and I worked in like the same location,
Right.
in adjacent buildings. And I had seen Jagat in the cafeteria once, because
Right.
we shared the same
Right.
cafeteria, the two buildings.
Right.
And then I went online, and I was looking online, and I saw Jagat's profile.
Right.
And I was like, ooh, this boy.
Right.
So I messaged him.
You reached
Immediately-
out.
I reached out.
My God, this needs to be like the highlight of
Yeah.
the thing. Women don't reach out. Like, it's always us.
I was like that guy, because I had seen him in the cafeteria,
Right.
and I reached out. He immediately reached back,
Right.
and then we met.
Lovely.
The first time we met was at Microsoft in
That's a beautiful day to have.
beautiful date. It was like, I have noon to 1.
Right.
Make it worth it.
Right.
So because it was a working day, we were just meeting at the cafeteria,
Right.
and we met there for an hour, and then we met again outside of Microsoft,
Right.
and then that's where things
That's
started.
lovely. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Are you okay to talk about some of the Microsoft work culture, how it is? Because why I ask is I have a lot of friends
Yeah.
who work in Amazon. And Amazon, they say, I'm not going to use toxic, but I'm going to say it's very harsh. Like a lot of them that have come from India on this amazing visa, H-1B, that they
Yeah.
can work here and then they can be this amazing people at their jobs. But they say it's very harsh. Like you cannot afford to be in the last 5 people because that's when it messes around. Is Microsoft that harsh, or is it like something you can do, or is it does it depend on different segments of work you do?
Yes. So at Microsoft, depending upon the team you are in, there's a lot of variety
Okay.
in how the work culture is.
Right.
And I think that is true for Amazon as well.
Right, okay.
So with Amazon, there is AWS, which is their
Right,
cloud service,
yes.
which is intense.
Intense.
But their retail, the
Right.
online retail part,
Right.
I don't think it's that intense.
It's not that intense.
So similarly at Microsoft, there are parts of Microsoft which are intense,
Right.
and there are other parts that are not intense.
Not so intense.
And irrespective of intensity, I don't know about Amazon, but at Microsoft, depending upon who your manager is, it changes everything. And
Okay.
I have had the fortune of working with really good managers at Microsoft.
Right.
In fact, I don't work at Microsoft right now.
Okay.
I left Microsoft a year back to take a personal break.
Right.
Nothing to do with Microsoft.
Right.
My job was going great at Microsoft.
Amazing. Yeah.
I took a break for my own personal reason, and now I'm working as a software engineer for Nordstrom.
Okay.
So supply chain.
Nordstrom
Yeah,
clothing. Yes.
Nordstrom
Amazing.
clothing. I know, it's fun. And in fact, I'm now like my skip level manager is someone who I used to report to at Microsoft.
Microsoft.
So yeah, I've always had a really good time
Right.
with my managers at Microsoft. I currently work under someone who was my manager at Microsoft. So yeah, I don't. Yes,
Personal
Microsoft
experience,
is
yeah.
a little intense, but
Yeah.
it is manageable.
Right.
Yeah.
Understandable. And now that you work at Nordstrom, do you still get free laptops?
So with Nordstrom, yeah, you do get your work laptop
Okay.
because
No, but with Microsoft, did you get like things off, like personal the
Oh,
discounts
oh.
and everything?
I think there were personal discounts
Lovely.
um on purchasing
Right.
Microsoft like Surface Books and stuff. I never did because I always used a MacBook.
MacBook. Oh, that's something.
That's I have an iPhone. I always used a MacBook,
Right.
but you do get discounts.
Is Anga, there's Xbox, Microsoft too.
Microsoft,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Because I have a PlayStation,
yeah,
so a lot of my cousins they have Xbox and
yeah,
everything. So yeah. I mean, if
yeah,
because Apple, when you work at Apple, what I know is you get like a 15% employee the
yeah, yeah,
discount,
yeah.
and then,
So at Nordstrom, you get discount on the retail stuff.
oh my
Yeah,
god,
so you at the
perfect.
Nordstrom full line stores, there's a discount. There's a discount on Nordstrom
You're not
Rack.
saying Nordstrom Rack,
Both.
Nordstrom too.
Yeah, the full line and the
Wow.
rack. Yeah.
We're best friends, Bipasa. I mean, they have amazing stuff at Nordstrom.
They do.
They're just crazy. Burberry and all those things, amazing brand names. No, that's amazing. And how? Okay, now coming back to the food part, when I see you, it feels like you don't eat that much. Do you eat or do you not eat too much?
Okay. I would like to say this for the record. I eat a lot.
You do?
Yeah, it's just that so I do practice something called intermittent fasting.
Oh, okay, lovely.
I've done this for the past 15 years now,
Wow.
where I eat whatever I eat,
Mhm.
anything I eat, and everything I eat is from like noon to 8
Okay, so
in the
8 hours. Okay.
8 hours. Within
Lovely.
those 8 hours, I eat anything.
Right.
Then I don't eat for the rest of the day.
That's amazing.
And so yeah, I like eating.
Uh-huh.
I eat whatever I want to eat,
Right.
but I just eat within those 8 hours.
Well, we are in luck today because we're
Yeah.
shooting between 12 to 8.
Yeah,
It's
that's-
2:30 right
yeah.
now. So we have this amazing food by our co-sponsor, Indian Bistro.
Yeah,
And then I'd want you to have a bite and tell me how it is.
yeah.
And
Uh,
she eats chicken.
I eat chicken. Yes.
Oh my god, I am a hardcore non-vegetarian too, but I'll take a vegetarian bite. So we just pick up the plate,
Okay.
take a bite. Oh, don't worry about the mic. That's good.
Okay. Sounds good.
I absolutely do not regret eating vegetarian because this is amazing.
This is really good.
Lovely. And Bipasa, they said whenever you have some of the amazing guests that come to you on Growing with Arjun, this is a dinner for two. This is from Indian Bistro. And this is for you
Thank you so
for
much.
being the amazing person you are.
Oh my goodness.
And then this is a dinner for two. And then this restaurant of theirs is in Des Moines. I know you don't live close by, but whenever you guys plan an amazing date, you guys can go and then have some amazing food.
Oh, this is so thoughtful. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Thank
perfect.
you. Yeah.
Of course. And then I'd like to go back to the, what do you call it? Childhood. How
Yeah.
was it in India? Like, were you dancing back then? Like at everyone's weddings? And then, like that's how my sister was.
Yeah.
Any wedding in the family or friends, even like somewhere far out, she was the choreographer. She would just come in and I'll tell you, you do this and you do this and that. Were you like this back then or were you like a shy kid?
No, I was very much like this. So
Okay.
my earliest memory, not my memory because I was too young, but the earliest photos of me dancing are like when I was 2 to 3 years old, just randomly, just like doing something on stage
Right.
at events and functions that were not even meant for me.
Right.
Like somebody else is performing, but I'm also on stage
Oh,
doing
lovely.
stuff, and nobody would say anything because I was so young.
Right.
So I'd be on the side doing whatever abstract, and then that stopped being abstract and started actually.
You know what this reminds me of is when because Angad and me, like, we do a lot of things together, and I
Yeah.
love to play the bad guy in the movie or in a music video or whatever. Like, that's my thing. I love to do it. And then now that you said it, this reminds me that when I was in like lower kindergarten, like in India, I played Kant's Mama. You know Kant's Mama? That is
The,
Christian's mama that bothers him.
yeah,
Lord
yeah,
Krishna's
yeah.
yeah uncle. So he's the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
So now I think I know where it comes from. Like just being able to play the bad guy is so nice and so
And
intense.
yeah, and so as I grew up in life, I was always like the boy in
Right.
in whatever skit, whatever
Right.
play, because I
Okay.
had short hair
Right.
and I was tall, so I was always the boy.
Boy. Okay.
Yeah, and as far as weddings are concerned, I have danced at all of my cousins' weddings,
There you go.
irrespective of how old I am or
Right.
how young I am.
Right.
And yeah, and nobody has ever stopped me from dancing. And in my case, now that I think about it, it has always just been me showing up and doing
Yes.
whatever. Like
Right.
I have, it's, I, I don't think I've done much choreographed routines where like I'm dancing with other people.
Right.
It's always
been
just
solo.
been me showing up.
Yep. Oh, there's
Yeah.
you in your beautiful element.
Element.
Yes. Perfect.
Yep.
Lovely. And then I'd like to talk about the parents. How are they like still like throughout the process of
Yeah.
you dancing, and what did they do? Like, was it something? Because for me, my mother, she sings.
Mm-hmm.
And then for me, I think it's genetical because my dad, he is into acting. He was into acting when he was 18. And then for me, I think I've grown up on sets and I've seen so much, and I always had it in me that I want to be a performer, a people's person. So is that something they did? Was it something related to dance, like the family background, or no?
Okay. So, yes and no. So, my mom also likes to dance a lot. My
Got it.
mom sings. And she encourages me to do
Right.
dancing and singing because she likes to watch me
Okay.
do dancing and singing.
Right.
But at no point was it ever encouraged to be more than a hobby.
Makes
And
sense.
that's
Yes.
okay. And that's like
Completely fine. Yeah.
completely fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I've always been encouraged to dance, sing, whatever it is I want to do. Even now, I think if you'll just look at my Instagram engagement, my mom is my biggest
Yeah.
Instagram person.
Commenting always.
Always
Yeah.
commenting, always liking all my stories,
Right.
everything, all of that. Very proud of me. Even though now it's at a place where it's more than just a hobby,
Right.
she's couldn't be more proud.
Yes.
So she really likes it. And growing up as well, I mean, so I was not really trained in any form of dance
Right.
until I was 18.
Mhm.
And part of that was also because, dance is a hobby. Why do you need to be trained?
Right.
You do whatever you want to do. You dance
Understand that.
however you want to dance.
Yes.
You be abstract, as abstract as you want to be. So I only my first training in dance was in contemporary ballet, which is after I turned 18.
Right.
And so again, the years that I did contemporary ballet was again a couple of like really intense years that I danced.
Right.
Again, we're looking at 10 hours of dancing per week, perhaps even more. And that was really good. That is basically the foundation. So if anything I do looks like nice and graceful, it's because of the contemporary ballet training.
Right.
And then, of course, belly dance in itself is such a beautiful dance form.
Right.
So you have that foundation, put belly dance on it, it looks great.
And
Yeah.
are you the only child, or do you have siblings?
Yeah, I have a younger sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
How is she doing? Like, what does she do?
Yeah, she is 10 years younger than me.
Okay.
So she's very much a child.
Okay.
In my mind, she's a child.
Right. I've always been the child of the house too. Yes. Yeah.
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 She works
Okay,
right now. She
perfect.
works. She lives on the East Coast.
East Coast. Okay.
She works there. She is a data scientist.
Do you guys get to see each other a lot or no?
Yeah, we do. So we see each other when we go home. Home is Arizona, by the way. So when I moved to the United States from India, my parents moved too.
Okay.
It's a weird thing, but we're both like first generation immigrants because
Right.
my dad moved for work, I moved for studies. We just happened to be moving at the same time.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
So
The home's not Seattle.
home is not Seattle. Home is Arizona.
Home is Arizona.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys work here,
Yeah.
but then you'll go back where the parents are.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my sister and I, we meet at home,
Mm-hmm.
which is Arizona.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And now, do you have any like the classes? Is it 1-to-1? Is it like a whole group class? The
Yeah.
classes you teach?
Yeah. The classes right now are very much group classes.
Group classes.
In-person group classes.
Okay.
Those work best for me.
Okay.
I'm also, I have to like balance it out a little bit because I do my full-time job.
Right.
And then I offer the classes.
Mhm.
And for me, I get most satisfaction by teaching an in-person class.
Right.
And it works out really well for everyone if it's an in-person group class,
Mhm.
because they also get to experience this without having to really commit to it,
Right.
because a private class is quite a commitment.
Mhm.
So they're all group classes.
Group classes,
Yeah.
okay.
So the belly dance class that I offer by myself and the Bolly Belly classes that I offer through Bollyworks, they're
Mhm.
all group classes.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to ask, like, now we're in the age of social media. Everything's so on it. Like, we're always on it. Like you said, every Thursday, 8 p.m. you used to post a reel and
Yeah.
something. Like with me too, like I'll share my personal experience. Like I sing and I make songs,
Yeah.
So I have till date made like 29 songs that I wrote myself, I composed myself.
Yeah.
But then I'll see somebody with like 10 million views. They're not even doing anything. It's not that I'm saying that being foolish or being funny on social media is a bad thing. Like you should, but including art in it, like just making a song out of a random meme and then it's just like on it, like just millions of views, and then I put something on, it's like 5,000, 10,000. I don't let that get to my mind, but sometimes it does, because I'm not gonna lie that I don't care about the numbers. No,
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I want people to listen to my music. Does that at any point affect you, like throughout the thing?
So my Instagram and my social media thing has been quite a journey.
Right.
It used to be nothing at one point.
Mhm.
Then it became a lot beyond what I could even manage.
Right.
I used to look at my Instagram and put it away because I was like, I cannot deal with this.
Mm-hmm.
Then it again became nothing.
Right.
And then, so for me, social media is like in waves.
Mm-hmm.
And I've picked up on trends and I've picked up on things where now I couldn't care less.
Right.
Yeah, because I know it's not important.
So that's what you're saying. The craft is important,
Yeah.
but having the numbers.
What happens
yeah.
on social media is firstly out of your control.
Right.
Secondly, it's so random.
It is random.
Like I have done reels where I have like spent so much time thinking about it.
Mhm.
I've put it together nicely.
Right.
Put like
Yes.
choreographed content together nicely. No, nothing.
Nothing.
Then before a show, I want to do like a warm up, and I'm like, Jagat, will you please shoot?
Shoot.
We shoot like a 30-second thing where I'm just freestyling.
Freestyling it.
Millions, like a million views. So it's
Lovely.
no, that's lovely, but
Mhm. No, lovely. I mean, in the
But,
part where like
I
how.
mean, it's exactly like how, like
How,
how
I
does
know.
so social media works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
It is not worth trying to
Get to like
understand
Understand,
how,
yeah.
how it gets,
Yes.
how things work. You do your thing,
Mhm.
and then if it works, if it hits, if it picks up, that's
up.
great.
Yeah.
If not, it really doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, views don't pay bills. Views don't create art.
Art. Yeah.
Like if you want to then use it to do something meaningful, it doesn't matter how many views you have. It
Right.
really doesn't.
I mean, at some points, I would say that views do pay bills, because these guys are making money, like just random act of something, and then they're like getting paid, and then they're boasting about it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just something like you said.
Yeah.
It's out of control. And then let's address the elephant in the room. The question I had for you, like the
Yeah.
big question:
Yeah.
how does it feel performing at places where there are? I would just talk about my community, South Asian community.
Yeah.
How do they take belly dancing? Because belly dancing,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, as you said, is not something you can make a career out of according to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
Yeah. Okay. So there are many things. Let me address one at a time. So one
Please.
is performing as a belly dancer
Got it.
for any crowd. It's not nothing specific to what culture the crowd is from.
Got it.
For any crowd, there is always a sensual aspect to it,
Of course.
just because of the nature of the dance.
Mhm.
So it is perceived as something that is sensual, and I have a knack to make it cute.
Right.
It's even when I'm not trying to be cute, it
Right.
looks cute.
Right.
But that's not the case with most people.
Mhm.
So I'll just talk from overall general perspective. It is sensual. That's just how the art is.
Right.
And many belly dancers across the world, in different parts of the world,
Mhm.
will only perform for female-only events,
Okay.
such as mehendis,
Okay.
such as other female gatherings,
Right.
bridal showers.
Oh, never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there are several performers who will perform only to a female crowd.
Got it.
It's great,
Right.
wonderful way to do it.
Mhm.
And then there are performers who will perform irrespective of the crowd.
Right.
Great, wonderful way to do it. Nothing wrong in either cases. But yes, there is a sensual aspect to it, and it can be perceived differently by different people. Then it just comes down to who is perceiving.
Right.
At that point, again, it's not in your control.
Of course.
It has left the realm of what you can and
What you
cannot
can,
control.
I mean, we're not gonna talk about a specific incident,
Yeah.
but I would want you to tell the audience you probably did go through stuff when you were performing where people can just come up to you and just say stuff
Mhm.
or do stuff,
Mhm.
and then what makes you keep? My question is positive in the end. That
Yeah.
what makes you keep going on? Like, because being a human, it kind of sometimes gets to your head that why I'm just performing, I'm just doing what I'm doing. Like, why
Yeah.
are these guys doing this?
Yeah. So I've personally not had any incident that makes me
Incidents.
scared
Okay,
of doing belly dance, but
Got it.
I can see how it could happen.
of course.
It's very much a thing
Mhm.
where I can see that this could be a problem. Dancers keep going because they really enjoy what they do,
Right.
and it's one of those things where I'll deal with it when it happens.
Mhm.
It's sometimes it really comes down to just that.
Right.
Nothing has happened so far. I'll deal with it when it happens.
When it happened.
Yeah,
Okay.
and most of the time it's totally okay. Nothing really happens.
Right.
It's just that when it does, then it's up to you to.
Mhm. Is there a difference between what do you call it? I mean, I know you said the female audience and the
Yeah.
all over audience.
Yeah.
Okay, but is there a difference between day gigs and night gigs, like club gigs and everything?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So when I perform in the Seattle area,
Right.
I actually don't do gigs anymore.
Okay.
So I think the only thing that would even count as a gig that I have done is with Prashant.
Prashant, yes.
But other than with Prashant, I haven't even no hookah lounges, no restaurants.
No restaurant.
I just feel like I don't want to do it.
Right.
It's just comes down to, and for me, it comes down to choice.
Personal
I just
choice.
don't want to do it.
Right.
As far as the day gigs are concerned, yeah, they're completely different because, firstly, it's an outdoor setting.
Right.
So it's an outdoor setting. There's usually no alcohol involved, and
Yeah, that makes sense.
there are usually more women.
Mhm.
And most of the times where I've performed in the Seattle area is me as a dancer performing for other dancers.
Of course.
So haflas, this is what we call haflas.
Haflas. Okay.
Yeah, where it's basically a party,
Mhm.
and it's a party where you're dancing,
Mhm.
but your audience is also going to be involved.
Involved.
So
Okay.
maybe they will also come and perform.
Okay.
They are also dancers.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
When it's their turn, they will also come backstage, go on stage and perform.
Right.
And it's very much a by dancers, for dancers, with dancers kind of a situation. So the haflas are great. I love performing at haflas. And the other day performances where still, there's an audience and I'm just on stage. Like, for example, I will be performing with DJ Prashant, with
Right.
DJ Prashant's troupe
Right.
on March 30th for the
March
Holy
30th.
performance.
Okay.
It will be
Is it open to everybody?
open to everybody.
Okay.
I think there's a stage, but even if
Okay.
there is no stage, I don't care.
Right.
Because usually with the day performances, it's great.
Okay.
I completely love the vibe. And especially when there's no alcohol involved, it's great.
That is lovely. Because we
Yeah.
have to deal with it. Like I know with performing with Prashant, and then in the end of the party, it just gets crazy. You didn't play this, you didn't play that, you didn't do
Yeah.
this. And then no, that's great. It's great talking to you at the moment. And then I just want to say you're an amazing person. And then secondly, I'd like to talk about we did a music video together.
That's right.
Angad directed it.
Yeah.
Me and you were in the music video. That makes me want to ask that you're just open to collaboration for the love of the craft, because you had not done a music video.
That's
before.
right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was my first music video.
But how do you pick and choose? Like,
How do I pick and choose?
yeah,
That is a great question.
right.
I say no a lot.
On
And
the
so when I
events, yeah.
say yes,
Okay.
I really mean it.
Right.
So how do
I'd,
how do I pick
I'd,
and
I,
choose?
I'd, when you answer, I'd want you to answer for events, for gigs,
Uh-huh.
and then also for music videos or stuff like
Music.
that.
Okay, sounds good. So for events, I actually reach out and say, I want to do this.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's period.
That's events.
If somebody reaches out to me about the event, I usually say no.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what's the thought behind it?
What's the thought behind it? So when I pick something, I've looked at the details.
Right.
I maybe know somebody.
Okay.
I know the organizer.
Mhm.
And most of the cases, it's just Prashant.
Prashant.
But but yeah, I've gone through it, and
Right.
I'm comfortable with it. And as soon as I'm comfortable with it, I reach out. I say I would like to do this.
Right.
Yeah, so I pick and choose the event.
Okay.
Gigs is for now at least
It's a
it's
no-no,
just
yeah.
a no.
Okay.
And as far as other collaborations like music video and
video.
everything, so far only you asked.
I mean, if people have not seen the music video, please go watch it. It's an amazing video. And then her doing it for the first time, you did amazing. We were so,
Thank
I
you.
mean, at a point, because the thing is like of the comfort at a point, I think it was towards the very end of the video where I bring you the cake and everything, and then we
Yeah.
hug. And then you were the one, after 3 takes, you were saying, Arjun, calm down. It's okay. Do it normally. It's fine. You don't have to stress about it. And I was just stressing. I'm like, I hope I don't want you to feel uncomfortable in
Yeah, no.
any point
Yeah,
of time,
yeah. Yeah, no. So for me, that's important to know
Right.
that
Of course.
I will be comfortable with the whole situation. And that doesn't happen with a lot of people.
A lot of people,
So it's
yeah.
like Prashant, you, and few others,
Yeah.
in
Right.
the area. So yeah, it's great. It's great to have this,
Right.
community.
How's the relationship with fellow contemporaries like belly dancing? I know you do
Yeah.
it. I know Shreya does it.
Yeah, Shilpa
And
and
that's
Shilpa is
the
also.
Shilpa does it.
Yep. Mhm.
Okay, so do you guys like talk to each other when you learn a new move, or you buy a new outfit or something like that, or no? Or is
I
it
guess
something
we
you just want
could.
you just want them to see on a reel?
No, I guess it's so. At least for me, it's
Right.
a little bit of an individual art form.
Got it.
I just do whatever.
Okay.
Most of the time, if they see an outfit, it's on the
the
reel,
reel.
or because I'm performing
Right.
with them.
Right.
We do share event details.
Event details.
So
Okay.
if there's an event happening, and I know that it's a popular event
Mhm.
or workshops, we share event information with each
Okay.
other. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, and we did Bellydancer USA. So Bellydancer USA is something that happens every year.
Mhm.
It's a yearly thing. It's organized by Cassandra. She's
Right.
again a super awesome human. She lives in Salem, Oregon.
Okay.
So further south of Portland.
Yes.
And so for the past 2 years,
Mhm.
I've gone to Salem, Oregon, and I will be in Salem, Oregon again this
Right,
year
this year.
for Bellydancer USA.
Right.
And that is something that we've done together.
Okay.
So Shreya, Shilpa, and I,
Mhm.
last year, the three of us went together. We each did our own thing, and it was great. It
Right.
was great for us.
Is it
This,
is it is it is it like a competition or is it?
yeah,
Oh, okay. It is a
it's a
competition.
bunch of things. So
Okay.
it's competition.
Right.
It also offers workshops,
Mhm.
and there's like a gala show as well.
Oh, okay.
So
Makes sense.
yeah, and that's something we did together, and then a couple of other things last year. Shilpa, myself, and another friend, Lisa. There are so many belly dancers in
Right.
this
Okay.
area.
I think once you get in the field, you know more people
More
that are
people.
doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You know more people, and then there are events that happen, and there are haflas that happen. So you meet at these events. You quickly get to know a lot of the people, and they're
Right.
super cute. They're such nice people. I love to hang out with all of them. Then, in fact, in 3 weeks, there is another event happening. This is in Redmond.
Okay.
This is called Step into Spring,
Okay.
where a guest instructor who is originally from Turkey
Right.
is coming to teach
Oh,
belly dance.
lovely.
Yeah, and he is one of the like many male belly dancers
Right.
and male dancers in the Egyptian dance form
Right.
who I really look up to.
So you said male belly dancer.
That's
So
right.
it's belly dancing as an art form is just not towards one the gender. It can be like anybody.
That's right. It's it. I mean, when you think of it as a commercial thing, maybe you think of mostly women
Women,
doing it.
yes. Yeah.
But as an art, there's nothing stopping men from belly dancing.
Right.
Yeah. And I admire a whole bunch of male belly dancers. In fact, it's weird for me to even say male belly dancer.
It's
'Cause
just
what
belly
is it's
dancers.
just belly dancers.
That's how it is,
they're-
actors, not
Yeah.
actors and
Actor.
actresses,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
not
that makes
software
sense.
engineers and female software
Female software
engineers.
engineers.
We're software engineers.
Software engineers,
Yeah.
I know.
So it's one of those things. In any case, this is happening. So
Got it.
there's this other event. So I shared the event details, and yeah. So we share event details with each other
Right.
a lot, and sometimes we do get together to do dances together, choreographed dances together,
Right.
where I will learn Shilpa's choreography maybe. So we do her choreography. We shoot a reel. But for the most part, again, I'm super lazy at
No, that's what my next question was going to be. I've worked with you. You're very abstract. You're very, I don't know the right word. You're very, I think, yes or no person. Like, how I'd ask you something and you just take 30 minutes and say yes. You're just somebody who just thinks for a second and be like, yes.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's either yes or a no.
Yeah, yes or a no. Of
That's
course.
true. It doesn't take much for me to be like yes or no.
Yes.
And in some cases, when I commit to doing choreography with somebody, I say yes and I'm completely in.
Right.
But if I don't feel like I'm yes and I completely in, it's a no. Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
How are you with nature, like water or mountains?
Oh,
Yeah, like stuff like that.
I'm a water person.
Water
I would
person?
rather be on a beach
Beach.
and enjoy my vacation on a beach
Right.
at any time.
Right.
But I'm married to a mountain
Somebody.
person.
It's always like this. It's like that's how I think that's how pairs are made. Like same thing.
Yeah.
I'm a mountain person. My
Yeah.
fiance, she's a water person.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Of course. No, Bipasa, it was lovely talking to you. Thank you very much for doing this one more time.
Yeah.
And I say it live on camera that I could not have thought of anybody to talk about this. And we've
Yeah.
talked at a very surface level.
Yeah.
And then I'd really want you with more experience this year, more stuff that you'll be doing this year, and
Yeah.
then come back
Yeah.
and then share your experience. How was your first time podcasting? Is there anything different between podcasts and interviews, or you've done Instagram lives?
So I've done Instagram lives.
Yes.
They're shorter.
Okay,
So,
shorter,
you kind of try to pack a lot
right,
in a short time.
short time.
So
yes.
you don't really get to go into details.
Right,
But I think in this podcast we had a chance to like
Yes.
really deep dive into
Right.
certain aspects
of course.
of like belly dance, of
Yes.
of the cultural.
Is there something you think that's left that you want to share? Like anything, it can be about your craft, it can be about belly dancing, a perception, a controversy, or anything that you think that people need to know that this related to belly dance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there something you can think of on top of your head or no?
Um, I think we covered mostly everything,
Hmm.
but I guess I would like to add that um, every art form is what you make of it.
Right.
And when an artist says that I'm doing this for this reason
Hmm.
and I enjoy it for this reason, you really got to take the artist's word for it.
Right.
Um, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
makes sense, of course. Of course.
Yeah.
Well, once again, thank you very
Yeah.
much for coming, and thank you guys for watching this episode. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, everybody, this was the podcast for today, and then I think we learned pretty much a lot about belly dancing, about Bipasa as a person, how amazing she is, and then I just want you to support artists like that, like how she said there is no female artist or male artist, it's just artist, it's not female engineers or male engineers, it's just engineers. And then that's the whole point, that throughout this journey where I am evolving as a person, I want you guys to evolve too with me. And then thank you very much for being on this journey with me. I will be back with another episode. Till then, keep watching, share, subscribe, like, comment, and I love you all.